You okay? Nice to meet you. How are you? Good? You okay? Nice hair, man. How are you? You okay? How's everything? I sit here?
Yes.
In the middle? Close to the end?
Yes.
Good. How's everything?
كيف بديت مسيرتك في عالم كرة القدم؟
I started to play football very young, in Brazil, of course. I was always training. My training was on the streets, in the school, in my house, and then I started to play five-a-side in Brazil. And when I was about 13 years old, I moved to England, where I entered my first professional team, which was MK Dons, and then I graduated from there. And so this is where I started. After I moved to some countries, I went to Switzerland, to Malta, Italy, and then now I'm here. So really I started in my own country in Brazil, and that's where I learned the most, I think. Me too. Of course, as football players, it's one of the main things on our mind is to win the league, is to win games, you know. Of course, this is something very difficult, and the league is very long. So I think if we keep believing and we go game by game, and then we keep dreaming, hopefully by working hard, having the fans, having you guys close to us, it's very important. And then hopefully at the end, we will achieve some great things. And of course, being champions is one of the things in our mind.
ليش لما تحتفل تسوي زي كده؟
So this is for my family. I usually kiss my wedding ring finger, and I kiss the tattoo of my son. And I always try to dedicate my goals for them, because for me they are the biggest part of my life, my family. They're very important to me. They are always by my side, so I always try to remember them in the great moments. And as last game was my son's first game in the stadium, and he brought me good luck. So for sure I had to remember to send him a kiss.
ليش لما تدخل الملعب شريب تكون الحركة حقت شريب؟
This is something I started. I had one point in my football career. After maybe 80 minutes, I would always get cramp. I would get tired, and I thought maybe the socks were too tight for me, you know. So I started cutting them so they get a little bit loose. I don't think the socks had anything to do with my tiredness. I think it was more of my nutrition, what I was eating, how I was preparing for the game. But I started doing this, and this became a little bit of my style. So now I just do it, let's say, for the style. It makes me feel more comfortable as well.
مين أفضل لاعب لك؟
I have two. Okay? So for me, the best player of all time is Messi. Now and always. But for me, the one I enjoyed watching the most was Ronaldinho. Okay, so the one I grew up watching and enjoying him and trying to learn. I was on YouTube trying to learn his skills, and the way he was on the field, always smiling, I think he was affecting football, you know. Everyone was enjoying watching Ronaldinho. But as the best footballer, I think Messi, for me, is the best player. I think it was myself, because I remember myself very young playing football in my house. I didn't want to play with the toys. I wanted to have a ball so I can play, you know. And for example, in my birthday, if I get 10 footballs, I'm very happy. I didn't need anything else, you know. 1 ball or 10 balls, I was very happy, you know. So for me, it's something I love, to play football. And I think it's been in my blood since I was born, you know. So with time, I understood more and more that I was really enjoying to do this, you know. So yeah, I believe was myself. My dad was also someone who was always playing football, so of course I was with him, I was watching him, but I believe it also has come from inside of me.
ايش رايك على جماهير الاتحاد؟
It's some special supporters, huh? I could say this because I always believed in football. The fans, they can be one extra man on the field, and when you have such a support from the outside of the field, sometimes as football players, when we have a short period from games, we cannot recover to 100%, or maybe we have a little injury. But when we go to the game and we arrive to the stadium and you see so many people are there to watch you, to support you, you forget about everything and you can give all you have, you give 100%, and you just enjoy that moment. It's something very unique, very special that, of course, not everybody can be inside the field. So for us as a football players, it's a big pleasure to have fans like this. I think we have a lot of good football players in here, some very experienced players as well. We have some players who have played in big competitions, in big league. But if I have to name one player for me, I believe is Romarinho. I believe he has something special, something different, and he really surprised me also how hard he works every day in training. Because in football, it's not about how much quality you have. If you don't work hard, we will not get anywhere. So I think Romarinho stands out for me as a football player. He has something different.
ايش هدفك من صغير؟
I always wanted to be a football player. It's a big dream. I think was the only thing of my mind, you know. But my football career at the start was very difficult because when I was in England and I was playing there, and my club that I played, they decided that they didn't want me to be a part of that club anymore. So I had to look for something else, and so I stayed in England for a couple of months, and this opportunity didn't come, and then that's why I decided to try a different country, you know. So I always worked very hard, you know, to be a football player, and I don't see myself doing anything else. But maybe this was also a mistake of me, you know, because I believe we all should have a second option. But I believed in football so much for me that I just pushed this as much as I could, you know. So to answer your question, football was my dream for always. Thank you very much for coming. It was a pleasure for me. You guys had some great questions. I didn't expect some of them. And I hope to see you soon, huh? Thank you.